and welcome to another episode of Tales of a Gutsy Ninja. And today we are going to be talking to the male collective. It's for you males out there. There are in the collective, there are healers, shaman, etc. I have a real message for you guys, okay? Stay tuned. Go grab your coffee. I got hot cocoa today. I'll give you a few seconds. Because this is going to be quite a hard pill to swallow. So, if you are a male collective out there, okay, and I know there's a bunch of you guys out there, this is a short video, but I have to get this message out to every single one of you that are male specifically. And I will say this with a lot of love, a lot of respect, especially if you are a straight male, okay? Listen, the collective process does not work as our female counterparts, okay? This is not to diss at all our gorgeous female collective out there. However, the way that they function, how way that their reality functions, and how they get to their process is completely different than ours. All right? Listen, dear male collective out there, you guys cannot sit behind and chill. You can rest, okay? Because I have resting time. I take my time when I want to read a book. I'll go read a book. If not, I'll watch some movies, okay, or go for a walk. Whenever the spirit is asking me to do, I listen to the spirit and I do it. There has been times in my life that I didn't understood what it meant when my spirit was telling me to go out hiking, walking, going to the rivers until now. Right now, my spirit sometimes tells me to go just sit down in my house and rest. But here's the difference. We cannot, as men, as male collective, sit back and relax in the point where how our woman counterparts say, oh, just sit back, relax, and everything fall into place. No. Okay. Unfortunately, that's not how ours that's not how our message works. We are men. We have to go and tackle. It's not about hustling hard. It's about learning how to hustle smooth and doing what you love and what you have for fun, okay, or what you like to do for fun. As the male collective, we cannot sit back and watch things fall into place. We can let it work out, okay, but there's no such thing as for us sitting back and enjoying the show. We have to make the show. We're the ones that have to go and tackle the process. It works way different than the women. And I have to make this video because I love my female collective. They're amazing. However, their job is to help us in the spiritual realm, and we are the ones that have to tackle the world physically. Okay? And if you have a partner, girlfriend, whatever you want to call them, if you're the male, you have to go and tackle it physically, the reality of it. Our female collective are supposed to help us spiritually and help us guide the man to get what they need to get and where they need to go in the journey. That's if you guys are working with a girlfriend or boyfriend, etc. Now, if you're a male collective and you're doing everything by yourself, there is no breaks. There is no breaks. There's rest time. You can go ahead and relax, but we don't have a break. Because guess what? Yes, things will fall into us, but we have to go and find it. All right? So please understand one thing, male collective out there. If you're by yourself, like right now, I'm doing everything by myself. I cannot sit back and think that everything's just gonna fall out of the sky. Okay? I'm trying to explain it to you in the reality of things. Okay? Our women are amazing. They do a great job in the spiritual world. And yes, things flow to them naturally because they are the connectors with the Creator, right? With the Virgin Mary. Is they everything flows to them more smoother and naturally. We as men, we have to go and get it. We cannot sit back and be like, okay, so I'm manifesting and now it's gonna fall into my lap. This is not how it works for us. Okay? That's not how it works for us. We have to go and get it. We have to go and tackle it. We have to go and find it. We have to go lift up the rock and see, okay, where can I get this from? Because if you guys do that, you guys are gonna be homeless. You can miss your rent 1 or 2 weeks, but you have to go and get that money. You're gonna have to go and get that network. Women have a natural flow state where everything is attracted to them. And as males, yeah, we attract things, but we have to learn more discernment on what is good and what is bad. So this is for the males only. If you're a female, you're listening to this, you're watching to this, I appreciate it. However, it's way completely different for the males. It's not how a lot of you guys want to picture it. And listen, I understand. We are all in the collective. It works to a certain extent. But as the male, we cannot sit back. We can relax. We can take some rest. We can take a few days where we can, focus on our mental health, on our mind, on our stability, check what we got to process, check what we got to do, more things off our list. But as the males, we cannot do what you beautiful women do out there. Okay? That's not how it works for us. It's completely different. Abraham wasn't sitting back, chilling, praying, living in a prayer, waiting for God for him to. It's like, no, God is like, you want this? Go and search for it. Go and get it. All right? This I know a lot of collective says that in order for you to grow, you have to go and move out of town, out of state. Sometimes you don't have to do any of that. Abraham wasn't moving out of state, out of town. He was in Israel, but he was in the whole country of Israel, walking the whole desert of Israel until God showed him, okay, this is where you set up, or where this is where the opportunity lands for you. Some of you, man, I need to understand, you don't have to always move out of state to find the opportunity. Sometimes we forget that our state that we live in is big enough to give us the opportunity in every single person that we work with, that we meet. You don't always have to go out of state. Okay, let me clear that misconception. You don't always have to go out of state. You can go out of state and then start meeting other people and networking. That's the power of the internet now. You can meet somebody on the internet. They're probably in New York. They're probably in LA. They're probably in Tennessee. They're probably in Texas. And then you're like, hey, we connect, check the vibe is right. And then you're like, yo, I'm going to travel to your state. You want to link up. You want to network. That's the beautiful thing about the power of the internet. But to all the men out there, please don't think that just by manifesting is going to come and alchemize. We are the males that have to go and find it. And it took me a long time to understand that. Because manifesting is beautiful. You can sit down and manifest in your head and manifest in your room and manifest in your house. All right? But sometimes you don't even have to go out of state. Sometimes where you are at can help you find the opportunity that you need. So, male collective, you cannot just wait for things to fall out of the sky for you. Okay? I understand how the collective works. I understand how a lot of you guys might think that it works like that for us men, but it does not. Okay? It does not work like that. Because one wrong step, and as the men, we have no backup. We have no backup. And it's harder, if you're a male collective, understand this. you have no backup and you fuck up certain bills, certain rents times, you might have the opportunity for your landlord to extend your time or whatever your bills, but you have to make sure that you are out there getting that money, getting that bread, because it does not work how it works for the female collective. It's completely different. It's completely different. And I had to make this video because the Holy Spirit was like, okay, you have to make sure, let these men know that that's not how it works for them. I'm God, and God, I'm not talking about I'm God, but I'm saying God said, I am their Lord, I am God, but I give it to the women because they're women, because they are women. I make it everything simple for them because they are women, because they have it harder. I facilitate their life. So I make sure that everything flows as should flow to a woman. But you men, you male, I don't facilitate things for you guys. You guys have to climb over the mountain. You guys have to climb over, go through the forest. You guys have to swim over the swamps. You have to go over the mud. You guys don't have it as the women have it. You guys have to dig it, have to work it. Sometimes you have to plant it, but it does not work how the women get it. Thank you so much. Please take this message with a lot of love, a lot of respect for the collective, because we are in this together. But for the males specifically, it does not work how God gives it to the woman. Okay? We get it in a different form. Okay? God gives it to the woman easier. Easier. We have to go and make sure that who we're working with is a trustworthy person. So please take that with respect, with love for the collective, for love for the women that we have that fight for us in the spiritual world. Because we also fight in the spiritual world. But we're the ones that also have to focus in the physical world. This is why we're the protectors, and this is why we're the providers. So if you're a single male collective, this message is specifically for you. Don't wait for things to fall out of the sky. Things do not fall out of the sky for us anymore. Okay? We were able to manifest and he was able to alchemize way before sin came into the world. But now, because there's sin in the world, and even though we're liberated by Christ being crucified and giving his life for the sins of the world, of the world, is we still have to go and carry our cross all the way where we need to go. So thank you so much for listening. Thank you so much for watching. A wonderful day. See you until next time. Next week, I'm going to be dropping the first video of why art is important. And the first video will be only talking about the culinary arts. Then the second video after that is going to be talking about art in general, specifically. Thank you so much. Have a wonderful day. All right. Taste the microphone.